For fighting fans, Kengan Ashura is right up there with the best martial arts anime of all time like Baki. Highly anticipated second season of the anime aired in September 2023, however it ended with the Kengan Annihilation Tournament only reaching the quarterfinals. Netflix confirmed way back that Kengan Ashura Season 2 would be airing in 2 parts. With the first batch of episodes streaming now, part 2 is coming up shortly. Kengan Ashura Season 2 Part 2 is scheduled to be released sometime in 2024 and will serve as the final installment of the anime, completing the remainder of the manga left to be adapted, and officially closing curtains on Yabako SANDROVICH and Daromeon hit action shonen. Kengan Ashura Season 2 Part 1 ended with Ohma finally regaining consciousness after getting a brutal beatdown from Raian. With Ohma awake, the quarterfinals will commence in Kengan Ashura Season 2 Part 2. Ohma will be fighting Cosmo, while the other fight cards are Kuroki vs Raian, Wakatsuki vs Muteba, and Agito against Hatsumi. The victors of the quarterfinals will then face each other in the semifinals and the winners of those rounds in the finals. Part 2 is set to adapt things up until the end, so sit tight as the last matchup of the Kengan Annihilation Tournament will be underway shortly. But for the ones who can't wait, let's talk about the end of the tournament and anime overall. What happened with Ohma, did he win, and what happened with his heart? On his way to the finals, Ohma faced Imai Cosmo. Thanks to his newfound foresight ability, Cosmo initially held the advantage against Ohma. With Ohma continuing to fight past his limits, he eventually put Cosmo on a dangerous hold, Water Dragon's Vein. However, despite losing this advantage again, after Cosmo broke out of the hold, Ohma soon attained victory after using the Water Kata's ultimate technique, a Water Mirror. In the semi-finals, Ohma meets Wakatsuki Takeshi. When their fight began, Takeshi immediately attacked Ohma with a relentless rush, quickly taking advantage. As Takeshi struck again, Ohma imperfectly countered with Demon's Bane, failing to inflict as much damage as he could have. Takeshi quickly resumed the attack, greatly damaging Ohma, seeking to end the match. Wakatsuki then struck with a full-powered punch. However, Ohma successfully countered with Demon's Bane, sending Takeshi hurtling away. Despite the damage, Takeshi stood up and tried to continue fighting, but Ohma defeated him soon after. In the break between the semi-finals and finals, Kuroki found Ohma and told him everything he knew about the history of the Nika style. Afterward, Kazuo gave Ohma a shiatsu message that they had an emotional farewell as Ohma stepped into the arena for the finals of the tournament. Fighting against Kuroki in the finals, Ohma fought valiantly, utilizing his mastery over both the Nika style and the advance. However, not even he could overcome the Devil Lance and was ultimately defeated. treated for his injuries. After the final, Ohma woke up from the hospital room and went out into the forest of Ganryu Island to be by himself. Seeing the hallucination of Nico for the final time, Ohma contently accepted the finality of his situation. With his body succumbing to the vast injuries he had sustained, Ohma died with a smile on his face. But don't be upset. At some point after his heart collapsed, Ohma was brought back to life by Hanafusa Hajime, after the latter was mysteriously given a clone of Ohma's heart to replace the damaged original. Ever since coming back to life, Ohma lived in the Kure village for the past 2 years. Upon recovering a year later, Ohma trained and sparred almost every day with Raian, the latter holding the most wins against him. If Netflix decides to keep it up with Kengan Ashura, we will see Ohma again in a few years after the end of the Kengan series. He will appear in the Kengan Omega, once again participating in an insanely dangerous tournament. All parts of the anime have always aired in batches of 12 episodes, so it's likely the epic conclusion will be of the same length. However, Netflix did state that Kengan Ashura Season 2 Part 2 would adapt all the remaining manga chapters, so that leaves a small possibility that Part 2 will be a bit longer for better storytelling. But for now we shall wait for a new trailer in which we will find out about the actual release date of the final part. If this video was interesting to you, leave a like and subscribe for more. Thank you all for watching. For today I'm out. Bye.
Me and none of them not travel by any trip. In the seat of corruption, me say many sit. Look like from corruption, them a benefit.